Hi, it's Sophie for Open Magazine here, and I'm here with Ivan Incanissa. How are you today?
Good.
Really good.
Good. So did
Psyched.
did you get to relax over Christmas at all, or were you working hard in preparation for all of this?
A lot of family stuff for me, non-stop. Non-stop. Was quite happy for it to end, to be honest.
A bit intense, is it?
Yeah, a bit intense.
Did you do any work there, any grafting for this?
Yeah, hell yeah. We've done loads of grafting.
Yeah.
It's been non-stop grafting.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of like little bits of snippets of time together, building up to like the momentum of the leading up to the release. So kind of lots of going back and forth and trying things out and sampling things into my MPC and volume and stuff, but it's all coming together.
Any nerves about the release? Like, do you worry about reviews or things like that, or is it just if you're happy with the
No, I
output?
think,
That's
we're confident that we've collaborated in a quite a unique way, and pretty happy with how it's all come together. So.
about collaborating. What was it about the two of you that you thought would mesh well together? Did you have shared interest in music or
completely that? He was like, it had a guitar with loads of cool guitar sounds, and I had my MPC and like made beats, and we both shared the kind of like for the dark and macabre sounds.
Yeah.
So we kind of came together and went, oh, you've got some bits of songs and I've got some bits of beats, let's put them together. And it kind of worked, and I was like, actually, this is quite good.
Well, actually, I had just a little idea, and I sent it to Izzo, and I'd come back, and suddenly it was almost cinematic with these huge
Strings
beats and stuff,
Mm.
and it was like, from sitting in your bedroom with a little song to this big production. It was really exciting, so worked really well. Yeah.
And in terms of giving each other jobs and stuff with the song, does someone take the lead with, say, the lyrics or the melody generally? Is there someone that's better at one
Izzo
aspect?
kind of has a kind of prompting role. I at the time, especially terrible at finishing stuff, so she'd be like, sit down and finish the verse. So
Yeah,
in that sense, it was.
Well, he does the lyrics and the kind of guitar-y stuff, and then I'll do all the beats and all the kind of like production-y building up, strings, noises, etc.
Generally, when you work together, is it kind of a calm situation, or do you ever have like intense debate about things that you disagree on or anything like
It's
that?
actually quite funny working with Ollie. We have a laugh.
It's really relaxed. It's it's a side project, so we've got other stuff going on. So there's no major pressure. There hasn't been a major pressure to come up with something within this time frame. We've just been going back and forth, and it's just grown kind of organically in that way.
Was it important to you that the sound of this EP was completely different to the other work you do? Was that necessary to make it more worthwhile, or is it
Izzo and me? It's nothing else. It's got to be what she does and what I do. So
I don't think any of it was intentional. It just kind of happened, and then it was like, and then I guess maybe it is quite a signature sound for both of us. Both of our signature sounds come out in it somehow, but it wasn't intentional. It was a bit like, cool, let's do this thing, and then it worked.
Did anything surprise you about the process of working together? Maybe your personalities, or just the way the music meshed together? Was there anything that you thought, well, that's unusual?
I think it is quite an unusual piece of work.
Yeah,
it's not
cool.
for you love it or hate it. I think there's something quite unusual about it. Some of the songs don't sort of change chords, but
but they grow.
Yeah, they grow, and it's not bound by a conventional sort of song. I think that's why it's quite exciting.
It's quite an intense listen, I found, and almost hypnotic, some of the songs.
Oh, that's cool.
What sort of response have you found from most people that have listened to it?
Yeah, lots of people really like it. I
Yeah,
mean,
a dreamy sort of. Yeah, I think that's just something that happened naturally. So I think we both like that direction.
it's kind of split between like the light and the dark as well. There's two songs that are kind of light and slightly more kind of hopeful and dreamlike, and then two that are like straight up moody. So it's kind of like, it's nice that it's a bit of both, really.
Covers all areas.
Yeah, and that's true of what I do as well. I go from like feeling really moody about things and wanting to make James Bond soundtracks, and then going from that to like, you know, doing really kind of over the top happy things, trying to make a pop hit. So it's a bit of all of those things.
Yeah. Do you have to tone it down sometimes? Are you the one that says take away that poppy melody, or do you allow it to
Actually, no, I've got away with all of it. Yes.
And in terms of
But then that's the thing, because it's me, because it's Ollie as well. Like, it would never be cheesy pop. When I work with an R&B artist, sometimes it's like, whoa, we made that.
You're never embarrassed of it, though, are you?
No, never. No, God, no.
You
Absolutely
embrace
not.
It all, do you? All
Hell yeah.
And when you're making a record, do you listen to other people's things and let it inspire you, or does it sort of cloud your judgment if you're listening too hard to something else?
It would, normally. I mean, yeah, if I get too into an artist, then I can't really write it, just because everything you're doing is sort of like an imitation. So you have to absorb it, and then when it passes, then you can get creative again and let it influence you indirectly rather than.
You've been listening to lately, then, that we might hear a little snippet of.
Oh, well, then I would say, like, probably not my peers. Just think, like, going back in history, or like, I'm obsessed with Led Zeppelin, so, you know, like, I flip between Nicki Minaj and Drake and Led Zeppelin.
Quite varied.
Yeah, so it's like the two, you know, anything really. I like extremes.
Are you listening to that Talk album still? I saw on the blog that was.
Yeah,
like,
I had a phase. It was recommended by a producer I was working with, and I got into it. But you've got to be in the right headspace for it, I think. But brilliant recording, yeah.
And what artists this year do you, apart from yourselves, of course, do you see being really big, maybe influencing your future work?
Influencing my future work, wow.
I've just come out of a massive national. I've only just got into the national, and I've come out of a big national obsession.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
But new artists, I don't know. A friend of mine's in the vaccines, and they seem to be doing pretty well. Yeah. So.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I like all the pop stuff.
I know what I like, but it takes me a while to really warm to things.
I like Warpaint a lot. I'd like to do a song with Warpaint. I think that would be awesome.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, and Claire Maguire's got an incredible voice. I'm working with a girl who sounds similar, but I don't know really. I kind of like to take in everything and just kind of, I don't know.
Let it infiltrate your sound without knowing about it. Maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
So with your live performance, you said you have dramatic sides to you, but then there's also the peaceful. What do we see on the stage? How do you get
it's just dramatic, yeah.
Is it just dramatic from you, or are you both quite animated? And
I think just sonically it's dramatic, you know. I think you kind of almost deconstruct the EP, and you've got these like pretty full-on, exciting sounds that we now have at our disposal, and it's sounding pretty out there. Yeah.
How do the crowds react? Is it more sway sort of thing, or head bobs, or what sort of reaction do they give you?
Well, this is going to be our first show.
Yeah, no, this is the first show, so I don't know yet.
So we're not sure.
I've got a feeling lots of people are going to be there. Lots of my friends are coming, so I'm like, but actually be good.
Is that more nerve-wracking when friends and family watch?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Barfly's like as a venue.
It's intimate.
Yeah.
Is it?
Nice.
But you're kind of like separate from the crowd, right? Terrified. No.
Very close up, but
okay, it'll be fine.
It'll be good.
Yeah. I've done it before. It'll be all right.
You've done some massive performances, obviously, with Florence and Machine, but Florence is always like the main focus in interviews and things like that. Do you prefer being under the radar, or do you enjoy now having more of a voice and things like that?
I don't know. It's nice being like, I don't know. I guess it's nice being a bit of both. Like. It's like she always brings me with her when, like, we've been around the world kind of for the last 2 years, and she often talks about me in interviews. So, I guess, as well as being like not really the main focus, it's quite nice because I'm still kind of quite a major part of it.
Integral, really, because you did a lot of the production as well. Didn't
Yeah.
you?
So, but it's nice, yeah. It's nice to do something that's slightly smaller and maybe a little bit more true to me as well, because it's got, you know, my beats from my MPC, which is for me how it all began. So I get to kind of play with all my dark sounds, which
That's the
is
great thing about a side
Kind of
project
cool,
is that
yeah.
you kind of have free reign to do what you want, and that's a good
Yeah.
feeling.
And also having it on your own label, which is Brink, is that what it's called? Does that give you more control as well over what you're doing, or is that just a
Well, yeah, I
business
guess
thing?
so. It was just a choice that we made in reflection of the the current industry,
Yeah.
and it was easy to do.
Say